Observers of the Indiana Fever had reported that Caitlin Clark was already making headlines after taking part in the team's much-anticipated time trials. Coaches and teammates were said to have described the trials as an early test of endurance, quickness, and mental focus, and many of them had admitted that all eyes were on the rookie guard. Reporters at the scene had shared that Clark's participation drew the attention of both fans and analysts, who wanted to see how she would measure up against her teammates. Several teammates were overheard saying that the competitive spirit of the trials pushed everyone to perform at their best. One source close to the team had mentioned that Clark's presence seemed to raise the intensity in the gym, with players determined to show their abilities alongside her. Coaches had explained that the drills were designed not just to test speed, but also discipline and composure under pressure. They had emphasized that the Fever wanted to identify leaders who could endure tough moments and inspire others. When asked about Clark, members of the coaching staff were quoted as saying that her work ethic spoke volumes and that her preparation was evident from the first whistle. Analysts covering the event had also pointed out that Clark's strong conditioning and competitive nature were already setting her apart. They had remarked that her effort showed why she had been so highly anticipated in the league, and they insisted that her performance reflected her drive to adapt quickly to the professional level. Some commentators were even heard suggesting that Clark had transformed the atmosphere of the Fever, making every drill feel more meaningful. Teammates were quoted as saying that Clark's approach to the time trials was both serious and motivating. One veteran reportedly mentioned that she seemed determined not just to prove herself, but also to encourage others to push harder. Another player was said to have explained that competing against Clark felt like an opportunity to test one's own limits. Fans who followed the coverage online had commented that the event gave them hope for the upcoming season. Many were reported to have expressed excitement about Clark's energy and what it meant for the Fever's future. Some fans had written that her presence alone was making practices feel like championship preparations. By the end of the trials, the general consensus among reporters and insiders was that Caitlin Clark had met the challenge with determination and poise. It was widely stated that her performance confirmed why she was seen as a rising star, and that the Fever's time trials had become more than just preseason drills, they had turned into a stage where Clark's influence was already being felt.